Hello everyone and welcome to another video on my channel. In this video, I'll teach you how to toast Nigerian girls for the first time. Now, when talking about Nigerian girls, you need to be very careful and sensitive because the dating scene in Nigeria is not as it is in other settings because of cultural background and religious backgrounds. Nigeria is a country that is rich in culture and also has a lot of religious people. So you need to also be aware of this. Also another factor that also determines dating in Nigeria is also economic factor. Okay, the vast majority of the Nigerian populace are living below the rich quota. So these are factors you actually need to carry in mind. Okay, now with all of that out of the way, now you need to first of all know who is this girl, who is this person I want to approach. Is she single? Now this all of these before you even approach or walk up to her. Okay, all of this I'm telling you is just a background. um Before you even walk up to her, you need to kind of know, who am I dealing with? Is she single? Is she a student? Is she does she have something going on, or that kind of stuff? Because you don't want to approach somebody that seems to have something going on. Okay, so even though some of them will still give you the coochie, you still need to understand, because one thing as a man you should be sensitive of is your self-respect and pride too when it comes to dealing with women. Okay, you don't approach somebody that will just use you to make themselves feel confident or feel like, okay, they've turned somebody down and kind of have an ego boost. So that is why you want to know what level this person is relationship wise. Personally, I wouldn't recommend you approach women who are married or who seem to be flaunting their guys all over the place, okay, publicly without you knowing them on a more deeper level. Okay, so people like that, they are obviously probably, most of them have low self-esteem, or most of them want to use it to boost their own self-esteem. So with that out of the way, now the first key to approaching women is confidence. Confidence is key, guys. Now, you could walk up to a woman and say anything. You could walk up to a woman and say anything. It is not what you say that matters. It is how you say it. I could walk up to a woman and say, well, I like you, I want to knock you, and she wouldn't feel offended. But some other guy who is a nerd or who is creepy might walk up to her and still use the same words and say, hey guy, hey girl, I like you and I want to knock you. Now, because of their stuttering and because they lack confidence and they are not maintaining eye contact, which is something which I'm going to talk in another as the video progresses, I'm going to talk more of eye contact. But back to what I was saying, if somebody says the exact same thing which I said confidently, if they say it without confidence, the girl will feel embarrassed and might embarrass them or walk out of them. So confidence is a must when you are approaching women. You have to improve and increase your value as a man. Financially, you should be okay. Physically, you should be fit. You shouldn't be overweight. Occasionally, use the gym. If you are not somebody who wants to be, a gym person, you have to work on your money game. Ensure that you have ways of earning income passively, or ensure you have a business on the side. So, because one thing is, while I don't advocate you using money to pursue women, you need money because it subconsciously makes you feel confident of yourself. Okay, I've been able to make something out of myself for of this world. So it guides, when you have money, it guides the way you walk. It improves your confidence. So ensure that confidently you are up there. You are up there confidently. Okay. Now with that, even how you walk. When you're walking, walk as if there are 3 or 4 men behind you. Walk like you are the prize. Walk like you are the prize. Walk like you are in your prime. That is it as a man. Okay. So confidence is key. Now walk up to her with a confident posture and a warm smile. Let's say, for instance, you are at a restaurant, or you're at the grocery store, or you're just walking, or maybe you are at the field or in the gym and you see a woman you like. After observing probably her fingers to know, okay, she's not married, because most Nigerian women who are married, they put on their rings. So, and you feel like maybe they are young and they are good to go for you. You walk up to her with a confident posture and a warm smile. Confidence shows you are serious and self-assured. Be confident. Now don't be all smiley and geeky and weak. Be intentional. Nigerian women also value humility and respect depending on the kind of women you're dealing with. Okay, most of them, if you're dealing with working class women and all of that, you also want to come at a bit respectful too. Okay, do not be too how do I put it? Do not have this false confidence and become too aggressive. You can be confident and not be aggressive. Now the base rock and the bedrock of confidence is being willing to walk away at any time. Just have it at the back of your mind that, okay, I can walk away at any time, okay? And do not overcommit too, because committing upfront shows you lack confidence. For instance, you approach a woman and you want to start approaching her by saying, can I get you a drink? Doesn't make sense. You're leading by gifting, or you're leading by offering to give her money. That's weakness. If you want to approach a woman, approach her as a human. Being a man is enough. I mean, if you're a man, you don't have erectile dysfunction. I mean, you're just there. So, I mean, that's enough for you. You have your money up, physically you're fit. What more can you ask for? The universe has already blessed you. Okay? So you could approach her and greet, okay, good morning or good afternoon, or hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? A genuine, respectful demeanor will open the door more effectively than a boastful one. Okay? So meet her, because the truth is, these women, they already know what you want. They already know what you want. So you want to approach her. She knows what you want, and be intentional about it. Do not be sneaky. Do not be sneaky. Know what you want and go for it. Okay? Now, when you've greeted her confidently, the next step is start a conversational flow. Okay? I'm not really an advocate of using cheesy pickup lines. I recommend you use whatever it is in your surrounding to start up the conversation. Let's say, for instance, she's making her hair and you happen to bump into her or something. You could just walk up to her and maybe touch the whatever hair attachment or wig they're using and say, okay, this looks good. This looks beautiful. While maintaining eye contact to her, she will say thank you. Then you observe her body language, either she is receptive of you or not. Typically, sometimes or most times when women are receptive to you, they tend to, seek to want to connect to you via eye contact, and they feel comfortable with you being around their space. And the one other thing you also need to be conscious of is, if the first time you talk to a woman, she starts nodding her head to you, leave her. Nodding, instead of giving responses, clear responses or direct responses, is a sign of lack of interest. This is from my personal observation, okay? So open up by making a statement. You could say, okay, I noticed you from across the room and I knew I had to come talk to you. I am Emmanuel, or I am Daniel, or I am Samuel, or I am John. Okay? You could say, like, just say something like, hey, I noticed you from across the room and I just knew I need to come talk to you. Hi, I'm Emmanuel. Now, when you introduce yourself, listen and observe what happens. If she says okay, or if she says yes, or she just nods her head, then that's a sign of lack of interest on her part. You need to look for a way to leave that there. A woman that's interested, immediately introduce your name. She's also going to respond by saying her own name too. Because that shows she's eager, she's wanting you. A woman's interest or love is consumptive. She wants to consume you. Okay? So she will want to, interact with you. Now, mind you, all of this is without you making any form of commitment financially or resource wise. And that's the advantage of approaching women this way. when you are approaching a woman confidently, which was the first point I talked about, you tend to save your resources. But a man who wants to work with his resources will keep depleting resources without even knowing whether that woman is interested in him or not. Okay, so get to introduce yourself and say your name and observe what she does, depending on the setting. The third tip is give a sincere and specific compliment. For instance, you could say something like, I couldn't help but notice your style. I couldn't help but notice your dress. It blends with your skin. It looks good on you. Okay. It should be something specific you're talking about. Don't just use a general compliment like you're beautiful. Don't just use she has heard that 1,001 times. Okay. Now, one thing too that also goes in addition to this is if you come off as a funny person, it's also a plus for you. Okay. So a compliment to her intellect, her work ethic, or her kindness can often be more impactful than one on her looks too. Okay. You could say, wow, I could tell from how you attended to me or how you carry yourself that you're a nice person. That's you commenting her character. Okay. It comes off more specific too. So be specific. Now if you want to take it um a bit to the extreme, you could say, okay, wow, nice curves. I love your curve. That's if obviously the curves are, you know what I'm talking about. Or you could say, wow, depending, like I said, confidence matters a lot. So you could say some, wow, nice boobs. Just throw a random compliment out there. Makes sense. You see, she's gonna giggle, she's gonna laugh. So that's if you want to take it a bit to the extreme. And that's how I go. Now the fourth tip is be direct about your intentions. Okay. Know what you want from a woman and tell her upfront. Know what you want. If you want to knock her, tell her, wow, I like you, and start proposing it early. Let her know. Because the truth is, most of these women already know that you want to knock at them. Most of them are not virgins. They already know all these things. Okay, so you want to come in clean and direct too. Okay. Now the final tip which I'm going to be giving you is personally for you guys. Try to be hygienic and work on your appearance. Now this might seem obvious, but it cannot be overstated, especially in Nigeria here. How you present yourself speaks volume. Ensure you are well groomed, you smell nice, and you are dressed appropriately for any occasion. Okay, even if you're going out to buy something from the provision store, ensure you're smelling nice, you look good, you comb your hair, or if your hair is rough and you don't want to spend time combing it, put on a hat or a cap. Okay, your appearance is the very first impression you make. So every time before you leave your room, before you leave your door, ensure you are presentable. How you present yourself determines how people respect you or if people want to be around you even without you opening your mouth. Good hygiene and a sharp appearance communicate efforts and seriousness. Okay. No wise girl or no serious thinking girl will take you serious if you don't take your hygiene serious. So guys, there you have it, 5 tips that will help you to stay woman for the first time here in Nigeria. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel and let me know what you think. Peace and God bless.